everybody. Welcome to class today. This class is called The Flight of the Birds. And it's said in the 37 practices of a bodhisattva that one of them is to give up your homeland. And there is an interpretation that I like from Pema Chodron, or at least I think this is her interpretation of it, that is, this practice is continuously throwing yourself out of the nest. And we know that birds come to a moment where they're in their safe little nest and they're provided for, and then they have to take a leap to obtain freedom. And before they've flown, they don't even know what flying is. They don't even know what freedom is. They don't even know what scary things and also what beautiful things are outside of that nest. But they have that moment that they have to jump. And the consequences of not flying are very severe for a bird, obviously, but in our own lives, it's very much the same thing. We are faced with many moments where we have to throw ourselves out of the nest. And on a very simple level, that could be quitting your job or breaking up with someone or taking a risk going on a trip. On a practice level, what this means, giving up your homeland and throwing yourself out of the nest, means that we take the teachings, we look at the teachings, we not only contemplate, but we meditate and we begin to experience the teachings. And they ask us to throw ourselves out of the nest by asking us to give up belief systems that we may have been brought up with, identities that we thought that we were, relationships, careers, your entire understanding of the world around you. At some point, this practice, if you go deep enough, if you're karmically right, it's going to confront those beliefs and ideas that have been imprinted onto you. So in that way, the practice will ask us to give up our homeland, the homeland of our mind. Give up your mind. Jump out of the nest. What is beyond, so we're told, is liberation. Just like that bird in the nest that don't know what world's waiting out there for them. Well, there's something in their DNA that tells them to go, that they trust to go. And there's also something in our DNA, our divine DNA, that tells us to go, to trust that there's something beyond. But there's all those fears that have been imprinted on us. Fear of death, fear of illness, fear of failure. All of those things that hold us back. And the Buddha said that there's two things that would be the biggest mistake in this practice. And one would be to not go all the way, and one would be to not go at all. So basically he's saying there's only one way, to go. Throw yourself out of the nest. Trust in these teachings. But the other beautiful thing is that we can only push ourselves as far as we're able to go. You know, karma has predetermined everything, so there's no need to force. It's really a letting go and a trusting and watching what's unfolding in front of you. So we're going to move into a lot of bird postures today, as they are the inspiration of throwing ourselves out of the nest. Let's start a meditative note. Close your eyes. Sit up tall. And then gently place your right hand into your left hand, thumbs gently touching. Roll the shoulders down your back. And I don't play the violin, but I like this visualization of the breath being like the bow, stroking the strings up and down the spine. We inhale, we feel ourselves drawing the energy in. And as you exhale, you're locking that energy into place by engaging the bandhas. So you're pulling the energy down towards Muladhara, and we are cultivating that energy there. You like that visualization, you can stay with it, or you can simply observe the breath on your nostrils. Deepen your breath. Release your meditation. Take your hands into your heart. We begin with the sound of Om. Inhale. You can keep your eyes closed, or you may open them. Take your fingers onto your shoulder. We're going to do Kapalabhati with some rotation here in the torso. So it's the obliques that are rotating you here. You try to do that as best as you can. Inhale halfway. Exhale to the side. I didn't mention this, but if you're going to keep your eyes open, drishti at the tip of your nose, and we're going to do 40 rounds. We're going to do it 2 more times, okay? Hands to your shoulders. Inhale halfway. Go ahead. Release. Feel all that energy. You should feel like some vibration, pulsation. Let it settle. That's arousing the prana. That's good. One more time. Inhale halfway. And go. Feel that one more time. Close your eyes. I'm going to shut the door here. Because a mosquito just came in. And one thing that I love that the Dalai Lama says that if you think you're too small to make a difference, try spending a night in a room with a mosquito. Okay, so let's come on to hands and knees. And we'll move through cat-cow, so we're going to warm up the spine. Inhale. open your chest. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round to your back. Now come to neutral, flip your hands around the other way so your fingers are pointing towards your knees. We'll do the same exact thing. Inhale, open your chest, look up. Exhale, round your back. Push the floor away. Try to keep the heels of your hands down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round your back. Come to neutral. Lift your hands on over. Inhale. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to draw 3 big circles. First, we'll reach back. Try to keep your drishti on your thumb. 1, 2, and 3. And reverse the direction. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, thread the needle. Now you're welcome to stay just like this, or you can extend your left leg out to the side. Maybe you can grab onto your left big toe with your right hand and reach your left hand behind your back. That's too much. Just do your simple thread of the needle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, release. Unwind, come back to tabletop. Inhale, reach the left arm up, drishti on the thumb. We'll go reverse to start, reach back. 1, 2, and 3. Forwards. 1, 2, and 3. Now reach up. Exhale, thread the needle. Stay like that, or extend your right leg out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Release. Right hand comes down. Left hand back. Right leg back. Spread your knees. Come to Malasana, Child's Pose. Breathe in and breathe out. So as the Buddha said, there's 2 failures. One is not even starting, and the other is not going all the way. And a bird doesn't have those options, right? If you don't start, you'll never leave the nest, and that is full of suffering. What's called the nest samsara. On the other hand, if you jump, you have to go all the way. You have to flutter those wings and learn to fly in the moment. There's no going backward. If you do, you fall to the ground. You go back into the cycle of suffering. So many analogies for throwing yourself out of the nest in Buddhism. But it's really helpful for us in our own lives to think of situations like the comfort of our nest, or just comfort, and breaking free from it. Come on back up into tabletop pose. And then we're going to do cat-cow. This time we'll explore the bandhas. One of the postures we're going to do is Garudasana, which is a bird posture. Garuda was an avatar of Vishnu, a 2-headed, fierce, phoenix, eagle-like bird, often shown with an elephant effortlessly held in his talons. So we're going to warm up for that. Coming into your cow pose, engage your bandhas. So feel your belly engaged, and you might lose a little bit of that back bend. You might not be able to go so deep, but that's good. It's protecting you. And then let go, and you could probably go further, but now you're not as protected. Come into your cat pose. This is much more noticeable. So we're going to engage the bandhas, and we arc through the spine as much as we can, and then let go of your bandhas, and you lose some of that curvature. It's much easier to notice it here when we're in our cat pose than when we're in our cow pose. But we are going to be going into chin stand, which is Garudasana, which is in a back bend like that. And we want to learn how to engage the bandhas when we're there. So reach your arms out in front of you. Now we'll come to puppy pose. Tense your 10 fingers And lower your chin, your forehead, or your chest. So don't force it. We haven't done anything yet except for cat-cow. Some of you are more naturally open in the thoracic spine, or maybe it's just an open day for your thoracic spine. Don't force. Take one more breath in. And then plant your hands and slide forward into Sphinx Pose. Spread your fingers once again, and we're going to plug in and build a danda, staff of energy. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Press down into your palms, your forearms, your elbows. Your back will start to engage. Press into the tops of your feet. Feel your knees and your pelvis lift off the floor. And then like an ocean wave, slowly lower. Knees, thighs, pubic bone, and reach your heart forward. Let's do that 4 more times. With your breath, exhale, tuck chin to chest, round. Feel the wave rippling up. And exhale, lower down. 3 more times, tuck chin to chest, puff, lift. So strong. And then lower down. 2 more, tuck chin to chest, lift. Exaggerate the movement. Sphinx. Last one, tuck chin to chest. And lower. Great. Take your hands now off of your mat. Tense your fingers again. Lift your heart. Exhale, lower your left shoulder. Look to the right. Feel the stretch. Oh, I'm so tight there. Inhale. Come on, back up. Look to the left. Drop your right shoulder. 1 more time, because that feels good. We'll lower left shoulder, look to the right. Back to center, and then right shoulder, look to your left. And come back to center, hands underneath the shoulders, push off your knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, look forward, walk or jump your feet silently up to your hands. Inhale, lift to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, exhale Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, rise to standing, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, strong legs and back, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back for your first one, plank pose. Slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, look at forward. At the bottom of your exhale, lightly step or jump your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, in your halfway lift, exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Push into your heels, lift up, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, we'll jump back this time. So you land in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, over the toes, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, again, roll over your toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lightly separate hot feet to hands. Inhale, last one. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and Samastita. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, strong back, strong belly. Exhale, quietly step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Step your right foot between your hands. So we're not going to come into straight arms therapy yet. We're going to do some fun stuff with that later on. Rise to Crescent Lunge, hands into prayer. Breathe in, breathe out, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Relax the toes on your right foot and lift your left ham string higher. 1 more, and now we're going to come into our first bird posture, which is Tadasana or Swan Pose. Reach your arms back and transition the weight forward into your right leg. So in Swan Pose, we find a back bend, so the heart is lifting. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Step your left foot next to your right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right away to the left. Step left foot forward. Crescent Lunge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, Swan Pose. Float. Fly, if you will. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Step your right foot next to your left. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, take your hands out in front of your shoulders. Lift up onto the balls of your feet. For balance, it's helpful to kind of squeeze the ankles towards one another. Deep breath in. Exhale, sit down into a variation of Utkatasana. Breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, drop your heels, forward fold. Shake out your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, float back. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, from the pit of your belly, pull your hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Step the right foot forward. Again, we're going to come back into Crescent Lunge. Reach the arms up. And this time we'll come into prayer, not only with the hands, but also with the forearms. So squeeze them together like I've wrapped a rope around your forearms. If you can't get them all the way together, as fast as you can, squeeze them. Broaden through your upper back, stay open in your chest. Deepen the bend in your right knee. Lift your left hamstring. Keeping all of that, lift the prayer. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Engage Uddiyana Bandha, especially here. Last one. Release the hands, float to Tadasana. Swan pose, just a breath. And then come up to standing and take your left knee with you. Second bird pose, flamingo. From here, you have 2 options. I like to do this because I was taught this way and it feels more connected by stepping my left foot on top of my right thigh. However, you can also do this with your foot to the inside of your thigh. So you can choose which one. We'll start with a bent knee. Clasp your hand with your writing thumb on top. Palms squeeze together. Lift the fist. And then start to lean forward. Maybe you can tuck your chin over your knee. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Just 3 breaths. Inhale. Come on up. Pull the knee into your chest. Extend your leg forward. And then float it down to standing splits. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, kick your heel a little higher, and then take a big step to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up for a simple twist. So again, lift through your left hamstring. That will help you to engage Mula Bandha. And keep your right knee drawing in towards your chest. Lift the belly away from your thigh. Imagine drawing it in and away. Look up. Maybe you can close your right eyeball and find your thumb with your left eye. Reach a little higher. And then exhale, take your hands down, step back to plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll go right to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Prayer hands and forearms. So finding that seal in this bind and lift the prayer. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, everything drawing in for 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, Tadasana, float, and then stand with your right knee. Flamingo pose, so choose foot to the inside of the leg or stand on your left thigh. Clasp the hand with your non-writing hand on top, thumb on top. Pull the fist away, open your chest. Exhale, fold over your right knee. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, come on up. Pull the knee in, extend your leg, kick through your heel. Standing splits. Lift the leg. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Take a big step to the back of the mat. Right hand down, left arm up. Simple twist. Level off through your pelvis. Push the floor away with your right hand and engage Mula Bandha. Inhale. Maybe close your left eye and find your thumb with your right eye. 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale. 1 fell swoop. Take your hand down. Step back. Super strong plank pose. Lower your knees. Puppy. Reach your arms forward. Kapatasana. Heart to the floor. This heart opening, heart chakra posture. So we're going to try and get the heart to open with the breath, with the mind. Just let it fly right out of the nest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back up a little bit if your hands were tented so that you can get your palms and your forearms flat into the number 11. From here, root into your elbows. Lift your knees. Dolphin Pose. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale, look forward. We're going to try to swing ourselves right on through to Chaturanga, or you can simply lift to downward facing dog, one or both forms at a time. However, you want to try swinging through, look forward between your hands, engage your bandhas, and then shoot. Slide yourself into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump to Malasana, a squat pose. So sit down, hands into prayer. This is a favorite bird posture, right? We're going to do two things. We're going to do crow in crane. You're going to come into Kapatasana, or you can stay in your Malasana. Plant your hands, wiggle your feet in closer, come up onto the balls of your feet, and then work your knees to the backs of your triceps. Plug into your finger pads, and then shift your weight forward slowly until you feel steady and stable to maybe take both feet or one foot off the ground. So you can stay here, or you can begin to straighten your arms. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So your arms are straight, rebend. We're going to jump it back. If you're in Malasana, step back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale deeply. Step your right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. Exhale, clasp your hands together, make a fist. Right thumb on top. Pull the fist down your back. Open the chest, humble warrior. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands. So we're going to really throw ourselves out of the nest. Take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. And you may stay here, or you may grab onto your ankle and work your forearms down. Or you may take a clasp. We're going to keep the left shoulder pointing down. Swivel your right hip in. Look forward. And then we're going to step to Malasana with the bind. So the left foot will come forward in the bind. And we're going to move into, of course, bird of paradise, right? So lift onto the ball of your right foot. And if you need to release the arms, you can come into it at the top. Push into your left leg, super strong, and stand up with your right leg. You can stay here or extend your right leg. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, quiet the mind. Inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, last one, can you straighten that leg anymore? And then we'll try to reverse it. So stand on your right leg and put your left leg back. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale, step back into your Parsvattanasana. So we will roll that shoulder open, release your hands. Inhale, float your left arm up, exhale, spin onto the ball of your left foot and begin to rotate onto the blade edges of both feet. This will feel really nice. and the right outer hip. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. And then release your hands, step back. Plank pose. Drop your knees. Wag your tail just for a moment. Kapatasana again. So you keep working this back bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so you are welcome to stay here. We're coming to Dolphin Pose. So a peacock feather is not a bird, but it comes from a bird. And Pinchamayurasana is the peacock feather posture, or the peacock feather in Krishna's cap. So if you want to try coming into your Pinchamayurasana, you can take a moment at the wall. You can, of course, pause the video and play around. This isn't the peak, but I would be remiss if I didn't include it. So we're not going to kick. We're going to try to float. Come forward, look forward between the hands, and we lean into it until that bottom leg becomes weightless. Inhale, exhale, one. Maybe you just try lifting one leg at a time for two. Inhale, exhale, three. Inhale, exhale, four. Last one. Inhale, exhale, softly come down. We'll take Embryo Pose, because whether you are in your Pincha or in Dolphin, your shoulders were working hard. So rest them here. If you lost your Ujjayi breath, take a moment to come back to it. Shall we continue? Reach your arms forward. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, make a fist, this time with your non-writing hand on top. Drag your fist down, open your chest up. Exhale, humble warrior. 5 breaths here. Swivel your left hip in towards the midline. Drop your head, relax your jaw. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Release the clasp over your hand. Snuggle your left shoulder underneath your left knee. Or your hand down, just working towards that position. You may stay here or grab onto your ankle and work your forearms and your head closer towards your mat. And if that is working well for you, clasp your hands together behind your back. Drop your right shoulder down. Now you can really see the difference between this and Parshvattanasana. We'll hold here and prepare the mind to step the right foot forward to bound Malasana. So when you're ready, propel your right leg forward using your mind and your strength. Lift onto the ball of your left foot. Lean your weight to the left so that the center of gravity is over your right foot. When you're ready, push into your right heel. Come on up to standing. Extend the leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Kick through the heel, point your toes. Last one. Come on down. We'll reverse this bird of paradise. Plant your left foot. Float slowly the right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Great. Step back to Parshvattanasana. Release your arm. Reach your right arm up. And then exhale, a big circle. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. Open up through the left. So roll onto the blade edges of both feet. Your toes are pointing to the left side of your mat. Push into your right hand. Lift your hips. Look up if it feels okay in your neck. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale, look down. Exhale, square it off. And this isn't so fluid of a transition, but it's great for working your strength. Push into your hands, engage Mula Bandha, and float your left foot back. Be precise with your movements. Lower your knees, and hands will stay right underneath the shoulders as we move into Kapatasana variation, preparing to move into your chin stand. So hands underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to lower, like we don't want to do this in chaturanga, but we do it here. And if you can get your chest to the ground, that's great. If you can't get your chest to the ground, you have a few different options. You could bring a block if you happen to have one to support you here. Or you could take it with your arms out in front of you like we've been doing. So hands underneath the shoulders, lower your chest, elbows in tight to your body. You're going to stay here if this is quite enough for you. If you feel like you can keep going, engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and float your right leg back. Inhale, exhale 1. Point your toes, engage your belly, kick through your heels, keep going in cycles with those cues, and you'll find more progress. 1 more. If your knee is lifted, drop it down. Switch sides. Left leg up. Inhale, exhale 1. Kick your heel, engage your belly. Kick your heel, engage your belly. Kick your heel, engage your belly. Release. Press back. Child's pose, Malasana. Rest the neck. Deep, full breaths to massage the spine and the neck. Inhale to tabletop. Okay, remember Bristol told the story about why a peacock, why they named this posture Mayurasana. They say, Mayur, Mayur. So we're going to come into Mayurasana, and it's a very hard pose, and asanas were not traditionally practiced by women, so especially in the chest area, we have to finagle our elbows underneath and probably a little bit wider. You know, for myself, I have a wide and long torso, so I have to take my arms a little bit wider. So there's a few different ways that you can practice this. You can put your feet on a block back behind you. You can do it from your knees the whole time. Some people like to do it with their hands facing forward. I like to do it with my fingers pointing towards my knees, which is the traditional way of doing it. It's also helpful for me, it was a game changer to learn that I have to shift my weight more forward so that your body becomes like a seesaw. And this is the hinge, your chaturanga arms. So let's try it. Create a shell. You can stay right here. You can tuck your toes and lift your knees. If that works out for you, you might see if you can lift one or both feet away from the mat. Can't really talk while I'm doing that one. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So just play around with it for a moment and then come back into tabletop and flip your hands on over the other way. So you're on the dorsal side of your hand. Stretch out your wrists. Lean back. And then sit back onto your heels. So another posture we must include is Garudasana, because Garuda was an eagle and also the Vahana, the vehicle of Vishnu. So a supremely powerful bird, And another thing about these raptor birds is that they have conviction and focus. You know, the speed, the strength, and the focus that they have to be able to see their target from high up in the sky, right? A fish, I live near the ocean now, and I see these birds dart down into the water to catch a fish. That is yoga, that precision in the moment to focus and do the task at hand. So we're going to embody that now and come into Garudasana with conviction. We know what we're doing. We know why we're here. Even if the mind doesn't and gets that jumbled, the heart does. The Atman does. So come on to your shins and step your right foot forward. Take your right arm over your left arm, Garudasana arms, eagle arms, and pull your right heel in, your left knee forward, lift, little baby back bend, and then come to neutral. We'll float into warrior 3 with eagle arms, and then rise to standing and wrap, left leg over right for Garudasana. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Drop your shoulders, reach your forearms forward. Last one, can you sink any bit lower? Inhale, rise up, keep your knee into your chest. And then exhale, prayer hands and hook figure 4. Left ankle over right thigh. Now I know the right leg is getting tired, so let's get off of it for a moment. We'll lower down and now come into flying pigeon or Kapatasana. Create a shelf on your shin. You can sit all the way down. This is also a nice way to give yourself a break if you have the flexibility. Create a shelf with your arms, and you're going to propel yourself off of your triceps by pushing down into your left leg, and then the right leg will float. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Lower down. And I messed up. That's not Kapatasana, but we won't do that pose because that would be really hard. We're doing a lot of hard stuff. Kapatasana is single-legged crow pose. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, step to Tadasana. Grab your hands. Maybe a few of you are like, oh, I want to try that. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers into Kapatasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift your shoulders, drop your head. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. So we'll try again to come into the variation of Kapatasana with hands underneath the shoulders. Lower your chest down, your forehead or your chin. And the weight is in my hands mostly, not in my chin. You can stay just like this. You can work lifting one leg at a time. But if you're feeling like you have the space to go further, scoop your belly up and in. Engage the fundus, tuck your toes, and lift both knees. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Back muscles are firing. Core is strong. And then release and sit back into child's pose. Good. Massage the neck with your breath. Inhale, roll up. come to seated on your shins. Inhale lifts you up. Step your left foot forward this time. The left arm will come over, right arm underneath. Garudasana, arms squeeze your legs together so you feel a nice stretch. So in front of your right hip flexor, lift the prayer. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then come back to neutral. Warrior 3 with Garuda arms. Float the right leg back. And then rise and wrap. With conviction, focus your drishti. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. We're waiting for the moment. We're waiting for the moment to blossom or burst open, right? Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Waiting can be hard, but it pays off. So now let's inhale, open up, and exhale, Tadasana. Whoops. We have that standing, or that floating pigeon. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Bring hands to heart center. Sit down and hook your shin onto the upper arms. Come on into the arm balance or wherever you're going with this today. Conviction, that's another theme potentially here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, come on down. Stand up. And release. Beautiful. Fold forward. Kapatasana. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Well underneath your feet. So that your toes can come up. Hopefully onto your wrist crease. So you can get a nice massage or decompression of the carpal bones. If that's not the case, no worries. Just focus on opening up and applying some traction to pull your hands away from underneath your feet. Get the stretch. And then soften back into the fold. You can do that a couple of times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release your hands out from underneath your feet. And if you're halfway back on your mat like I am, this would be a good opportunity to handstand your way up to the top, but of course, that's simply a suggestion. You can step your way forward too. But let's see what happens. Can we plant the hands, look forward, float, and quietly, silently land your feet between your hands. You can take a couple of hops. Go ahead. Silently. You know, engage the core to land softly at the top of your mat. Wonderful. Kapatasana, chair pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. If you want to try side crow, can sit down, lower one or both elbows to help you here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Honestly, I just want to give my legs a break. That's why I'm doing this. So it's up to you. Just a chair is harder. One more. And then exhale, forward bend. Relax the neck, relax the jaw. And back to Kapatasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Same thing here. You stay in your twisted chair. Parivrita Utkatasana or come into Parshvabhakasana, side crow. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Come back to center. Forward fold. Separate your feet as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider. Grab opposite elbows and gently sway like a pendulum your torso. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release your hands. If you want to try to handstand your way back, because your feet are out wide here, see if you can plant the hands and take a few hops and quietly land in Chaturanga. Or step right back to downward facing dog, whatever suits you. Ready? Go ahead. And we're in downward facing dog. Okay. Then we're moving into that Surya Namaskar view. Just a chair and twisted chair. We'll come into Virabhadrasana 1. Right foot forward. Now, as I said, we're going to do a fun variation of this, which is why we did it so late in the practice. Enjoy your Warrior 1. It's probably going to be the easiest part of what we're doing here. Take one more breath. And then exhale, release your hands. So first, I'm going to show you the easy way to come into Garudasana, which is from your Kapatasana, or your scissors pose. So to practice scissors pose, you may drop your left knee, practice getting your shoulder underneath your right knee, and that would be more than enough to work in this progression. However, if you want to go further, you have two options. If your hamstring is tight, you can take a block underneath your right hand here, push into the heel of your hand and lift your foot, squeeze your arm like a tourniquet. You can stay here for a really long time. It's helpful for anybody, no matter where you are, to build strength this way. If your hamstring's feeling open, point your toe. If you're feeling like you can amp it up a little bit, lift your back knee. Now we're in Kapatasana prep. You don't want to come into the arm balance with the block. So if you're using the block, keep working it that way. Or if you feel like you can go further, get rid of your block and build it piece by piece again. Now from here, what we're going to do, we're going to use both elbows. So go ahead and slide your left hip onto your left elbow so that you're in Kapatasana. Then you're going to flex your left knee, lift up, 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 and you're on your side of your chin for this. And that back leg, I did it kind of fast. But the back leg, even stop it and watch it again because I don't want to do it again, bends and lifts up. So it pulls your center of gravity back, and then that is what's going to float your right leg back behind it. This is not one, we don't kick into this posture for obvious reasons, right? It's our neck. So if you don't feel open, then don't do it. Or any of those other expressions of building into it that I showed you before. However, this is easier than the way that we're going to do in a moment. So I'll do it one more time. We come into the arm balance. It's the back leg that's going to lift. It's the glute and the hamstring. And then the weight is not in my face at all. It's in my hands. And you quietly land and come back to downward facing dog. All right, so that's the first way we can get into Garudasana, and I think it's the easiest. Step your left foot forward, Warrior 1. The reason being, just like crow pose, coming from tripod or crow into tripod headstand is easier because You bypass the first 6 inches of lifting your legs. That's the hardest part. It's the same thing in the arm balance. Your legs are already lifted. Those first 6 inches or so, that's the hardest part to get the lift. So we bypass it here, which we don't want to do forever. Just like I would not recommend for someone to come on down into your Parsvarasana prep. Not Parsvarasana, not side crow, into your Parsvarasana prep. And we're going to build into Kapatasana. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest for someone to go from crow to tripod headstand. They're not ready yet. And we'll always try to compensate. We want to be ready. Just like a bird jumping out of the nest, you can't go. You can't hatch an egg and expect the bird to be ready to go. We can't force our asanas. Okay, so Kapatasana, remember, drop your knee, use a block so you can practice squeezing your leg onto your arm, extending, lifting back knee. If all of those pieces work for you, go ahead and slide your right elbow under your right hip. Float your back leg up. You're going to bend your knee, kick, lift knee up, 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 up. And I'm really on my right elbow here. And then release and press back. Downward facing dog. Take a watch asana for a moment and also a break. We'll try it one more way. And that's what we're going to do in our second Surya Namaskar B. So I'll show you how we're going to do this from 3-legged dog, and then we'll put it together into the flow. You're more than welcome to watch the whole time. So from downward facing dog, we'll jump forward to Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Move through Vinyasa, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, Virabhadrasana 1. You know this part extremely well. Exhale, hands go down, 3-legged dog. Now this is where it's much harder. We're going to throw in the Garudasana. So, like we did, I don't know if we did this actually, but we dropped the chest in our puppy pose. We're going to do the same thing, but from 3-legged dog. So super strong inseams of the arms, your entire hands, both hands are working, your fingers are gripping. Look forward, brace yourself, and that leg is going to lift, the back knee bends, and you float into it. Now, your spinal erector muscles here on either side are going to be on fire. That's where the lift is coming from, as well as from your transverse abdominis, your Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Everything has to be engaged, otherwise it's extremely unsafe to do. So now, if you watch that whole thing, let's try it together. So, from downward facing dog, look forward. Chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move back. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. I think you're doing this again, but that's okay. 3-legged dog. So right leg back, floated. Look between your hands. Strong arms. Shift forward. And float. Knee bends. And release. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale. Hands down. 3-legged dog. Same thing. Look forward. Strong arms. Your triceps especially here. Shift your heart forward. Bend the bottom knee. And lift. And release. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale. Reach your right leg back behind you. Draw your right knee to your right wrist for your most likely favorite bird pose. Half pigeon. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Breathe in. Breathe out, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Now, if you're feeling so done and you just want to rest, but an efforted rest, right? You're engaging the muscles in your legs, you're not just flopping down into flexibility. You may stay in your half pigeon, but we are perfectly primed to go into Raja Kapatasana, or Raja Kapatasana, King Pigeon Pose. So, if you want to do that, lift yourself up. Take your right heel in a little closer to your pubic bone. Bend your left knee. Reach back for your foot with one hand. So you can reverse the grip so that your fingers are coming over your toes. And then swivel your chest forward. You can stay here. Or you can reach back. Keep your hips squaring. And find the bind. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Lean to your right and swing your left leg forward. You're going to take your left foot, and this is not how you're supposed to do it, but I think it's good to be even here. So we're going to come into half Lotus Pose. Left heel into the crease of your right hip. So remember, it's technically always the right leg first if you were like doing Ashtanga, or if you were in meditation, you would always have the right foot hooked first. But to create symmetry in the body, and harmony if you need it, take your left foot over. Now you can stay here with that bottom leg just like this, or if you have full Tadasana, Lotus Pose, take your left foot, your right foot over your left. So I'm going to be reversed. So this is your left foot now on top. We are going to, your right foot should be on top. Right foot on top. We're going to come into Kapatasana, or the Rooster Pose. And this is coming down to the last few bird postures. So the other reason that we're doing the opposite is because you might have more success getting an arm or two through your legs with the legs reversed. So we're going to try and slide the arms through that window of your thigh and your calf. And sometimes this works for me. Usually I need long pants. I get too sticky. So if you can get your hands down, you can stay just like this, or you can lean forward. And you can't see, but my butt is lifted off the ground ever so slightly. And we'll look forward, breathe in, breathe out. And you could just stay seated in your lotus variation, and then unwind your arms, shake it out, reach your heart forward. And from here, turn back onto my mat. If you're in some lotus variation, you can simply take a forward fold. If you want to try, reach your hands forward, come into tabletop pose on your knees in lotus, and start to walk your hands in a little bit closer, engage Mula Bandha. See if we can lift the hands up off of the floor. If the wall is nearby, that's super helpful. And stand on your knees in Lotus Pose. If that doesn't work out for you, you can lay all the way down on your belly, accidentally fall this way. Perfect. And then we're all going to meet back in the seated version if you went somewhere else. Unwind your legs, extend them forward, slide the flesh out, from beneath your seat. Come to Dandasana. Hands push down firmly. Reach to the crown of your head. Inhale. Legs are so engaged that the heels lift away from the mat. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Reach your hands forward. Hinge at your waist so there's no rounding in the spine. Paschimottanasana. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Inhale. Exhale. 8. Great. Rise up. Plant your hands back by your hips and then bend your knees so that you land in Purvottanasana, or your reverse tabletop pose. Big breath in, open your chest up. Exhale, drop your seat down. Now, lean forward, grab a hold of your knees, and open your chest like a cow pose. Exhale, round your back and draw the belly in like a cat pose. Come to neutral, reach forward, either grab hold of the backs of your thighs or the big toes, from the insides of your knees, because you might extend your leg. Lean back, see if you can catch a balance here. You can keep your knees bent, you can extend one leg, come back, other leg, or we'll try for both legs extended. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3. Bring your legs back to center. If you need to let go of the bind to get them back to center, that's fine. Lift your chest. Maybe you can hug yourself in a little bit tighter. Don't drop down if you can help it. And then exhale, release your heels to the mat. Super Mula Bandha. We're going to come into the world's smallest chair pose.